Hey guys, Ian or Soft here. Just picked up this Jada Daily Bugle set. They mostly make little diecast cars, but they started this line a while ago called the Nano metal figs, and but this is actually like a display stand for the figs. I've never actually picked up any of the other figures before, but this set it's only $25, so it seemed like a pretty good deal, and just gonna take a look at it. I wanted to show you the box off first. Those are the figures that are included. Spider-Man, he's kind of in his Amazing Fantasy first appearance colors, the Marvel Legends that just came out. And then Electro, I believe that's Miles Morales. It actually looks like an adult Miles Morales. And then Ghost Spider, I believe that's Spider-Girl. I could be getting that name wrong. Jada Nano, Venom, Carnage, Mysterio, and Green Goblin. It's actually mostly the classic versions of the characters, which is cool. And there's a picture of the set. I'll show you the back. It's just kind of another picture. I don't think I mentioned Ghost Spider. Maybe I did say that, but yeah, nothing else to really show off. But I'm gonna open it up, kind of show you all what's inside, and then I'm gonna build it and show you that as well. So I've got everything out of the package here. I was just gonna run through the figures, give you a close-up look of all of them before I show everything laid out. There is the Spider-Man. Get that, there you go. It is kind of that Amazing Fantasy, those Amazing Fantasy colors from his first appearance, and this one is really metallic. That and the Carnage, which I'll show you next. There is an 18 pack that comes with some other 18 Spider-Man characters. Carnage is in that, and a couple of these other characters are in it, but they're different variants. But you get quite a bit in this set, though. I definitely think it's pretty good. This is Mysterio. Yeah, the Mysterio in the 18 pack isn't the classic colors, so this is definitely the one you'd want. And then Electro. This one seems to be a little off, though I don't know Electro's super well, but I know the green, the just plain green and yellow is typically his classic look. And there is Ghost Spider. And then Miles Morales. Like I said, this looks a lot more like an adult Miles Morales. It doesn't have like doesn't look like a kid like he normally does. And then there is Venom. And then Green Goblin. There is a Hobgoblin in the 18 pack, but there's no Green Goblin. And then there is Spider-Girl, if I'm getting her name right. There is a Silk in the 18 pack. And yeah, I always get those mixed up, Spider-Girl, Silk, otherwise. But and then here is J. Jonah Jameson, the only non-superhero or villain. But I guess that makes sense because it's the Daily Bugle set. But yeah, and then I'll come back and show you everything laid out. Okay, I think I've got everything in frame there. That is everything laid out. Obviously got the train car, I think that's the main building, the Daily Bugle sign here, who is Spider-Man. One big positive I did want to mention is that every sticker in this set is already pre-applied, which is great because I never get those on there right. So that is an insanely big plus. And then obviously got the manual here. One weird thing I just want to mention is that you see this big box here, right? And literally half of it is this half is completely empty. There's nothing underneath there, and this obviously could have been fit in a smaller space. It's really kind of funny how like comically large this box is for nothing. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this put together, and I'll show you the assembled final build. Okay, so here it is all put together. I actually just kind of laid the figures out how they were on the box. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm going to take him off because he likes to fall down. As far as assembly goes, there was two main struggles I had. This gray base plate piece that goes on top. I guess maybe not base plate, but the top piece that goes on, it really has to line up with a lot of things. And the stairs, they have to actually hook onto right there. Like, they're not naturally flush, which is good because it makes the top of the stairs stable, but it was a real pain. And then this part, I honestly didn't know if I was going to be able to get that on. Lining it up with this, for whatever reason, this was the last thing I did, and it was a real pain. And but you have to line up these 2 green pillars, all these corners. Pretty much the only thing you didn't have to line up was this and this piece, and that was actually my second struggle. You have to force that down into these pegs, and it really doesn't want to go. And then you have to force it sideways against, you can see the 2 pegs, you have to force it sideways against the plate. So yeah, definitely could be a little easier on the assembly, but not too bad. Other than that, it was very easy. Some of them you could feel like the pegs just naturally wanted to slide in, and some of them you really had to force them. So yeah, but the newsstand here and the trash can, those are just separate pieces that you can move around. They have no pegs. The trash can, I thought that was really cool, just a neat little piece. But the build on the balcony was really cool. It's actually not connected at all. They just slot into the sides of the building, and it really is effective, making it look like, you know, ladders. And then of course the train, as I mentioned, is free moving. But yeah, it's a really neat little set. Just a lot packed into this. I was honestly surprised. I mean, for the money, you definitely get your value in it. And these figures too, I'd never messed with these figures before, but they're hefty little figures. It's basically like a Hot Wheel, but obviously a little bit lighter than, I don't know, maybe about the same weight as a Hot Wheel, but they are metal. I mean, it's in the name, but they have some heft to them. You can hear them click around like that. And yeah, I think I'm definitely going to pick up that 18 pack. And yeah, the train slides out. It's just a separate piece. I do wish the train opened, but as far as I can tell, there's no way to open it. But yeah, I think I'm definitely going to get that 18 pack and expand the villains. There's Sandman and some other villains, Hobgoblin. One other note I do want to mention about the assembly is that all the pieces have numbers, as you can see there, and I can open the page. It tells you the numbers, but as far as I could see, the bags that the pieces came in had no label. Maybe I'm stupid and I'm missing it. And then the pieces, I'm almost 100% sure had no label on them. So I don't really know what the benefit of those numbers were, but thankfully everything looks so different. There's not that many pieces, you know. But like this was a separate piece, and these are separate pieces. But obviously everything looks different enough. The only ones that I struggled with a bit were these pieces, the tan wall pieces. They weren't super obvious, and the instructions didn't show them to you very well. But yeah, I don't want to harp on the build too much because it was definitely fun. It wasn't anything too difficult. Just yeah, that was the real pain, I want to say. That and a little bit with this, but yeah, overall a really cool set. Definitely recommend picking it up. They have a Fast and Furious one too, but I think that one is pre-built. And they had a Daily Bugle before this that was pre-built. I think you just took it out of the package. So yeah, it's definitely like enough to get some value out of it. Like the assembly process, some of these things it's like 3 pieces and you just open them up and snap together. With the box, you'd think that would be how it is, but as I mentioned in the previous part, that box is half empty. So, but yeah, very cool little set. Definitely recommend picking it up. I don't know what else there is to say, but yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Did just want to do a quick 360. I didn't do that in the last clip, so I'm not sure where I'll throw this in the video, but just wanted to do a quick 360 showing it off to you. The back side is obviously pretty kind of unfinished, but that's fine. You know, you don't really expect more than that. That was a cool little piece, very effective, you know. Yep.